thought I'd do a quick video whilst we've got these two Konas in stock to show you the evolution of the mountain bike over 25 years. So we've got a Kona Lava Dome, 1997 we believe, in pretty much original standard specification. And then we've also got a Kona Honzo 2022, so 25 years between them, and again pretty much standard specification. I mean, you can see the difference straight away. Wheel size has shot up, so the Lava Dome has 26-inch wheels, the Honzo has 29s, which are pretty much standard now. You can get 27 or 650s as well, but 29s, I mean, there's talk of even of going up to 32s in the future, but 29s. 26 was basically all you had in those days. You'll also notice it's got a 1x gearing, so small chainring on the front, and on the rear a huge range of gears. The earlier ones had 3 at the front with the so-called granny ring, so much smaller chainring, and a closer ratio at the back. Braking was by V brakes. These were Avid V brakes, which were quite powerful for their time. Obviously hydraulic disc brakes is pretty much standard now. This particular Honzo has got RockShox Recon forks with all the adjustments you'd ever need on them. The Kona Lava Dome has rigid Project 2 forks, but they were available with Marzocchi's or RockShox forks at the time, but again nowhere near the travel or the adjustments of the modern one. Look at the frame, well, the wheel length, the wheelbase. The modern bike is very long. The angle of the head tube and the angle of the forks compared to the one from the 90s. Straight bars, reasonable width. They were considered quite wide in their day, but much wider on the modern ones. It's got a dropper seat post. Literally press the lever here, and when you're sat on it, the seat post will drop down. I'll put it down now. So there's the low point there, so plenty of adjustment on the fly. Click the lever and the post goes back up. On the 90s bikes, you had to take an Allen key and adjust the saddle yourself manually. Tyres, these are pretty wide tyres for their day. Excuse the sound, that's a generator going there at the moment. The modern bike's even wider. Looking at the two, I honestly can say that I think the only thing that could be swapped from one to the other would be the pedals. They keep the 9/16 threaded threads for the crank bolts, or the crank sets, and the pedals are a standard 9/16 thread. I can't see anything else which is compatible. You've got standard quick releases on the earlier one. You've got bolt through axles. The gearing obviously very different. The width there is very different to the earlier ones. But you know what, if I had a choice of which one to ride, this one, all day, every day. Classic retro, bit of nostalgia. It's the sort of bikes that we were brought up on. I mean, I'm in my late 50s now, and this bike, 25 years, getting on for 30 years old now, it just reminds you of when you were growing up. Great fun, and they're lighter weight, than something like this, but obviously if you're going to be doing some cross-country riding, some quite long distance riding, etc., the modern one is much more capable. But the old one, classic stuff, is always the best. We got so many bikes in stock at the moment from the 70s and the 80s which are really collectible, and yeah, so I thought I'd just make this quick video as I've got them both here so we can compare them side by side. Believe it or not, they're both on the larger size. They're both marketed as large. The green one, the Lava Dome, is actually a 20-inch. It's actually bigger than the modern one, if you just purely look at the length of the seat tube. But look at the angle of the seat tube. The seat tube is so much further angled back on the classic, almost straight up on the modern, but then such a long wheelbase. So yeah, just interesting, I thought, to see the differences of the two bikes side by side. Thank you for watching.